How in the world can kids in their early 20s become billionaires? Surely it must be inherited, right? Let's take a look at 13 of the youngest billionaires of our time. But before we go on, consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this about finance and technology. Number 1, Kevin David Layman. Kevin David Layman became the youngest billionaire in the world in 2021, according to Forbes' 35th annual billionaires list. The teenager is worth an astounding $3.3 billion after inheriting holdings in German drugstore giant Drogeriemarkt from his father, Gunther Layman. According to the publication, his father handed his 50% ownership to Layman when he was 14, but it remained under trusteeship until he was 18 in September last year. Gunther and his family aren't involved in Drogeriemarkt's operations, and little is known about the Layman family, according to Forbes. Drogeriemarkt is Germany's largest pharmacy chain, founded in 1973 by Götz Werner. According to the company's website, it employs over 41,000 people in more than 2,000 locations around the country. When Gunther was still running his family's Fang grocery business, he invested in Drogeriemarkt in 1974. In 1973, Werner started his first shop in Karlsruhe, Germany. According to Forbes, the pharmacy company now generates more than $12 billion in yearly revenue. Number 2, Wang Jing. Wang is a 24-year-old Chinese man who has a net worth of $1.5 billion, making him the world's second richest young billionaire. He inherited a $1.3 billion interest in CNNC, Huayuan Titanium Dioxide Company, a Shenzhen Stock Exchange-listed company. The company produces titanium dioxide pigment, a white pigment that can be utilized in coatings, plastics, ink, and other materials. He also owns stock in the Layman Billions Group, a Chinese titanium dioxide manufacturer. Number 3, Alexandra and Katarina Andreessen. 25 and 27 years old, respectively, these two inherited 42% of Ferd, a Norway-based investment firm with an annual turnover of roughly $2 billion. Ferd manages hedge funds, invests in private equity, and is a regular trader on the Nordic stock exchanges. Johan, their father, is still in charge of the company. He is the CEO of Ferd, which is one of the largest private companies in Norway. Their parents instilled in them a sense of restraint in their spending, particularly when it came to their vehicles. The sisters are now worth $1.4 billion. Number 4, Austin Russell. This 27-year-old Stanford University dropout is the first self-made billionaire and company founder on today's list. He is the founder and CEO of Luminar, a Silicon Valley firm that manufactures LiDAR sensors for self-driving cars. LiDAR technology had previously only been utilized for short-distance mapping, but Luminar claims to have a working LiDAR that can reach a distance of 250 meters, which is a significant advancement. In December, Luminar became public through a SPAC merger. About a third of the corporation is owned by Austin Russell. Russell, who received a $100,000 Teal Fellowship to create Luminar Technologies in 2012, dropped out of Stanford. His net worth is $2.4 billion. Number 5, Gustaf Magnar Witso. Gustaf Magnar Witso is a Norwegian man of 29 years old. He owns roughly half of the Norwegian salmon business SalMar ASA, which his father began in 1991. Thanks to SalMar's great market performance, Witso's fortune virtually doubled in the last year. His father gave him a stake in the company in 2013. Witso is both a property investor and a founder of a technological business. He has invested in both Gopi and Key Butler and formerly worked for MGM Property. His net worth is $4.4 billion. Number 6, Andy Fang and Stanley Tang. Andy Fang is a tech billionaire who is a Chinese American. He is most known for co-founding and serving as the chief technology officer of DoorDash, which he co-founded in 2013 with Stanley Tang, Tony Zhu, and Evan Moore. The 30-year-olds Fang and Tang each owned roughly 4% of DoorDash, which issued its stock on the New York Stock Exchange in early December 2020, making his net worth $2.2 billion. Number 7, Sam Bankman-Fried If you were waiting for the one who got his billions from investing in crypto, here he is. With an estimated net worth of $8.7 billion, Sam Bankman-Fried, who is 30 years old, is one of the world's youngest billionaires. He amassed his vast crypto wealth at breakneck speed, having founded both Alameda Research, a trading firm with $2.5 billion in assets under management, and FTX, a crypto derivatives trading platform. Effective altruism is an ideology that Bankman-Fried adheres to. His goal is to make as much money as possible in order to give as much as possible away. He provided $5 million to a pro-Biden super PAC in 2020, making him one of the president's most generous donors. Number 8, Jonathan Kwok. Jonathan and his older brother Jeffrey, 35, each inherited a piece of their late father Walter Kwok's ownership in Sung Hung Kai Properties, a Hong Kong property developer. A disagreement between his brothers Thomas and Raymond Kwok led to Walter Kwok's removal as chairman of Sung Hung Kai in 2008. After that, he founded Empire Group Holdings, which Jonathan and Jeffrey now lead. Jonathan's net worth is now $2.4 billion. And this is where the Forbes list stops, but there are still more young billionaires that are worth mentioning. Number 9, Elizabeth Furtwängler. She is a 29-year-old German businesswoman, and like her brother Jacob, serves on the board of directors at Berta Media. Furtwängler also performs as a singer-songwriter under the stage name Lisa Pfau. She owns 25% of Berta Media Group, which was founded by her grandfather, Franz Berta. Her net worth is $1.2 billion. That's about 4.5 times Justin Bieber's net worth. Number 10, John Collison. John Collison is an Irish billionaire entrepreneur and the co-founder and president of Stripe, which he and his brother Patrick co-founded in 2010. Stripe is a financial services and software company. By making it simple to conduct transactions from anywhere, the online payments company is expanding internet commerce. He attributes his company's success to having a product rather than just an idea. His net worth is $11.4 billion at the age of 30. Number 11, Lisa Drexelmeier. Lisa has a net worth of $1.6 billion, making her one of the world's youngest billionaires. Lisa and her father, Fritz Drexelmeier, are the sole owners of the car parts manufacturer Fritz Drexelmeier Holding GmbH. In 2019, the company had a revenue of $5.5 billion from customers like Audi, BMW, Cadillac, Land Rover, Maserati, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, and Tesla. Electronic components, consoles, door and instrument panels, and exclusive interiors for certain models have all been added to the company's portfolio. Number 12, Evan Thomas Spiegel. Evan Thomas Spiegel is an American businessman and the co-founder and CEO of Snapchat, or Snap Inc., which he co-founded with Bobby Murphy and Reggie Brown while they were all students at Stanford University. At the age of 25, Evan Thomas Spiegel, the CEO of Snap, became a billionaire. Now he's 31 years old with a net worth of $11.9 billion. There sure are some impressive achievements amongst this young billionaires list, even though it seems the easiest way to wealth is having an even wealthier father. How old will you be the day your net worth is $1 billion? Let us know in the comments.